I'm going to teach you a simple shift in mindset about time, or rather lack of time, that can help you realize your dreams faster than you imagined, even if you have no time to spare. By far, one of the biggest shifts that happened in my business is when I learned to change my perspective of time. When I shifted my mindset, I was able to go from this hopeful photographer with dreams of a business, but no connections, no money, and no gear, into a successful six-figure photography business owner in less than 2 years. So if you struggle with time, I get it. Whether you're a part-time side hustler, a mompreneur, or a full-time business owner looking to take it to that next level, I think that we all wish that we had more time. But let me challenge you for a moment. It's actually not a lack of time that holds us back, but rather our mindset around time. Now, before you click that back button, let me know if you've ever said any of these. There's so much to do, I don't have the time. I am always behind, how do I keep up? Or one of my old favorites, there's never enough hours in the day. If you've said yes to any of these, I can relate. When I was first starting my photography business, I had a schedule full of other commitments outside of my little side hustle. I was a full-time business and marketing student, and I was also a full-time hostess paying for school. So my days were really full, and my evenings were spent trying to figure out all this photo stuff that I loved so much, and getting clients and just knowing how to take a good photo that didn't suck. So I kept saying to myself over and over, I just don't have time for everything. And it made me wonder, should I really pursue this dream of mine? But then I read something that changed my perspective forever. It was the story of John Grisham, a now famous author of over 30 novels, many of which have been adapted into successful films like The Firm and A Time to Kill. But before becoming a writer, John was a father, a husband, and a very busy lawyer. As you can imagine, his demanding schedule made it difficult for him to carve out time for his real dream, writing. In the article I read, John shared how he did it. His alarm would go off at 5 a.m., and by 5:30, he had to be at his desk, first cup of coffee, and the first word written. His goal was simple, a page a day. And he stuck to that religiously for 5 days a week, until his first and second novel were written. By then, he could finally quit his job. And this to me was so inspiring. I mean, if this guy made his dream come true with just a single page a day, I could do it too. The key lesson here was we don't need tons and tons of time, but rather we need to decide what we want and then become very intentional about the use of the time that we do have. This mindset changed how I approached everything. I stopped complaining, I stopped saying I don't have the time, and I instead replaced it with I have all the time in the world to do what's most important to me. I took a page from John's playbook. Before work and before school, I had to be at my desk 6 a.m. with coffee, working on the most important task of the day. I knew that in order to have my photography business become my full-time career like I dreamed about, not just a hobby, I needed it to be profitable. And of course, I wanted it to be really profitable. So I became dedicated to 4 key areas: marketing, branding, sales, and relationships. With marketing, it was all about getting clear on who my dream clients were and becoming visible to them. With branding, I wanted to craft a brand that set me apart as an artist. From my brand imagery, to the vibe, to the words I used, I learned how to carefully consider all of it to make my favorite clients say, yes, this is the photographer for us. With sales, I learned how to confidently communicate what it is I offer in a way that made it nearly impossible to say no to. And relationships was all about investing in and nurturing relationships, crafting a customer journey that supported and wowed my clients, and generated a growing referral network of clients that helped me spread my name far and wide. And you know what? It worked. Even though I was starting my business at arguably the worst time and in the worst place, in 2008, my city was the hardest hit during the economic housing crisis, and my city had way too many photographers. But against all odds, within 2 years and with less than 20 hours a week to dedicate towards it, I was able to do the impossible. I built my little side hustle into a thriving 6-figure business as a solo shooter. And the thing I learned from all of this was I didn't need to do all the things that everyone was telling me were required for success. Because honestly, there's never enough time for all those things. I also learned that your to-do list, the little list of checkboxes, will always be never ending. And That's okay, because we live in a world of noise. The real secret is do the work that matters most to you, and then gladly let the rest of the noise go. So let me ask you personally, have you planned specific activities to grow your business in the 4 areas of branding, marketing, sales, and relationships? Are these consistently in your calendar every week? Because if not, well, now you know your most important next action. Set up some quiet time to be at your desk, coffee in hand, with the first step of an important action started. It may just change this entire year for you. And the next time that you're drowning in all the things, remember, it's not about having more time. It's about stepping up and being the CEO your business needs and choosing where and how to use the time that you do have. When you stop saying, I don't have enough time, and replace that statement with, I have more than enough time for what's important, magical things start to happen. You may just be surprised at what you can do this year. Remember, it's never a great time to start your most important dreams, but they'll never happen until you start, even if you only have an hour a day. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one over here too. I think you'll like it, and I will catch you in the next video.